welcome to Travelers Episode 8. I am your moderator and co-host, The Helmet Fire. Joining me this evening is CrayZJaye, Angel Zero, Erik Digital, and our special guest, KobOneArt. How's everybody doing?
Real good.
Wonderful. Good.
Doing good?
Great.
Yeah, like I said, our special guest this week is a community artist, KobOneArt. How you doing, man? How's the art scene doing these days?
Good. It's pretty exciting with Forsaken on the horizon, so it's a lot more content to draw.
Yeah, you were doing a Cade 6 drawing just earlier this evening, right?
Yeah, I plan on doing a bunch of Cades, I think, leading up to Guardian Con, because I'm going to have a bunch of originals with me this year.
Okay.
So that's kind of the reasoning for it. But yeah, I'm doing good.
So tell us like a little bit about how you got started in art in general, and like what led you to doing mostly gaming stuff and obviously Destiny stuff. Like where'd you get your start?
Yeah, well, as far as doing art, like since my earliest memories, that's all I wanted to do. So I was like pre-programmed, by God, to you're going to be an artist, because that's literally all I ever wanted to do back to my earliest memories. So I've always drawn my whole life. It's kind of been a big part of my life is art. And like I was saying before we went live, I used to do a bunch of music. So a lot of my creativity used to go to my music, and I didn't do art for a good few years. There was like a drought here and there, but then when I started drawing some Destiny stuff shortly after launch, and I had a buddy that was really big into the Reddit community, and he said, man, you should share your pieces on Reddit. I bet they would love it. So I did. I had like 2 pieces or something, and yeah, it got crazy. I started getting commission emails, and it's just kind of snowballed from there. And a lot of people say, do you draw anything other than Destiny? But it's really what I'm commissioned to draw. So I get commissioned to draw a lot of Destiny characters. So
yeah, for sure, man.
I enjoy it. It's always something new to draw. It's such a cool universe, and like I was saying with Forsaken coming out, there's a lot of new stuff. So yeah,
the first Forsaken with the weird Cabal warhead worm beast.
Oh, what was that? Like he just put the dog's head on the guy and started shooting. Yeah, I saw that too. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
I kind of put it out of my mind until you just mentioned it.
It's weird. It's like, interesting.
So anyone at any given time could just be like, hey Cobb, like I love your style. Hey, I was thinking of getting this thing drawn, and boom, they can get it done.
Rarely have I ever turned someone down for a commission, and usually those are like, someone's got an idea for a back tattoo, and they want literally every element of everything, and their grandmas and their pets and like their characters fighting Oryx while doing a backflip and shooting a gun under one leg.
I want that commission, dude. That sounds awesome.
Dude, yeah, it sounds awesome, but they don't want to pay for the awesomeness, like that takes time, to draw something like that. But yeah, I rarely say no. I just tell everyone to email me at KobOneArt. I get tons of DMs about it, but I have to funnel them to somewhere, so I can kind of keep track. So in a way, my email is kind of my commission order, if you will, and it helps me keep track and stuff. So, yeah.
Cool. What is let's go ahead and plug it. The commissions are open. Where can they get those commissions at, man?
Email me KobOneArt@gmail.com. If you forget that, like you can DM me on any of my social platforms, and then I will say email me at KobOneArt.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now, all my socials are KobOneArt, like everything, my YouTube, Twitch, everything. So
makes it easy.
So
yes.
Cobb, did I spot a tricorn on right there? Is that what I saw?
Are you trying to be corny?
No.
No, that was a tricorn joke. Yeah, I got that at Guardian Con last year, actually.
Oh, nice. Man.
At the Tampa Mall.
At the Tampa Mall? Really?
Tampa Mall.
Wow.
Wow. I live in Tampa. Tampa Mall.
It was right smack in the middle of Tampa. There was a food place on the outside, I remember, and they had like a little outer eating area.
Was it an actual mall, or was it like outside? Like
no, it was literally in the mall. Like I'm walking, like it was the closest one I could find to Guardian Con. Actually, the second closest.
I know what you're talking about now.
Closest.
Yeah,
So,
that's interesting that they have a tattoo place in a mall. I didn't know that. I've never seen
Oh,
that
yeah.
before.
We have one here in Albuquerque, but
Oh,
it just
really?
feels weird. Like, you get that mall smell with the department stores.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you turn and hey,
Hey, let's get some ink, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
get some Christmas shopping. Oh, let's get a tattoo over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's kind of my thing. I like to get permanent souvenirs. Like my right leg, I have a like what do they call it, warrior mask on the back of a sea turtle that I got out in Honolulu. And then
wow.
when I went to visit my girlfriend Betty up in Canada, I got a little red maple leaf on me. So that's my passport leg.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So like some people, like my family, when we travel or any traveling we've done, we
Magnets.
collect shot glasses. So
Oh yeah.
I've got some from the 13 countries I've been to, so I totally know where you're coming from. I just don't make them permanent.
That's awesome.
But that's cool.
Yeah,
though.
mine was magnets for a while, and it was strictly places I had been. Even if it was a layover at an airport, I would still get the magnet. But my fridge was covered after a while, so I had to like pull back on that. So
Nice to cover your leg instead.
Hey, we got a new guest on the show. Is that a puppy?
Yes, this.
Who's that?
Oh my gosh,
Pupper.
cuteness overload.
Yeah, there we go. We got another special guest this week. What's her name?
Sakina.
Sakina. Welcome to Travelers.
Welcome.
Yeah, there we go. That's awesome. So yeah, so you mentioned we'll talk more about Guardian Con later.
Yeah.
Because that leads into the art and stuff, and I definitely
Sure.
want to hit on that. One of the first topics this week we want to go over is faction rallies. They are back, and FWC, we can do this. Come on, we got to do it.
Wrapping shirt.
Everyone going FWC, or do we have any other anyone that wants to step forward right now? Any other?
I'm flopping back to the orbit for this week.
Oh
For
no!
Graviton Lance.
Say, what catalysts do they have this week?
Same thing.
Is
Same
it
thing.
okay?
Yes.
And does your stuff
Okay, then I
continue
might do
because?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
God, thank
No,
God.
there's
So, like,
only the sunshot catalyst, so you have to.
for future war goal, yeah.
Just
I got to finish out the Graviton then. I got to like 34, 35, and I felt like I hadn't slept for 3 straight days. Playing
Yeah, that's
Iron
where
Man.
I was with the
Come on.
with the sunshot. I was the same thing. I grinded out to like level 30, and I was just I didn't
Yeah.
have the time.
And then there's
finish
other
it.
people in the clan that like 10 minutes into the thing going live, hey, that's badass with that catalyst. Not like, what? Yeah. You know,
Even,
it happens
even
though.
more
It
aim
happens.
assist.
Yeah, they're the
I
ones
got
that
this-
beat the raids like the same day within an hour of launch,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I want to do? I want to get the whole melting point tractor cannon. I want to take a raid boss and just melt him in 6 seconds, like those videos show you can do.
Yeah.
I want to do that just to
Did you
feel.
see the did you see the 6 people doing the 7 escalation protocols, nothing but Rat King?
Yes.
No.
No, I didn't see
Melting
that.
bosses. Like the yellow
Yes.
bars were just going, woo,
Yeah.
you could just see them going, because they were all full auto and they would pop a Lunafaction rift, so
Yeah.
no one had to reload. And it's just
Oh wow!
full
dude.
auto now, so
with
yeah,
with 6 Rat Kings, I bet that was nuts, man.
it was retarded looking. Just
See, that's the
like-
kind of thing that I really want to try, but I just don't ever have the groups to do it with, And I actually don't
Hit
even
me
have
up,
a Rat
man.
King sad face, but yeah,
we can get that too.
nice.
Yeah.
Because now it's
Fortune-
easier. You don't
Yeah.
have to like do this impossible strike. I got it the first week it was available doing that. What was it? The arms dealer.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was the hard. I must have done that 50 times in a row before we finally got it. And when we got it,
Oh
I
my
killed
God.
him at like 447 or something. But his death, the points put me over to like 502. Like I still saved the audio from the video. I was like freaking out. I like scream, "We got it!" Like,
Dude,
Yeah.
so
might have cried maybe a little.
I don't have it on PC. I don't have it on PC yet, but I have it on Xbox. And it was me, Raptor, and our friend.
I'm
Ben.
sorry.
And yeah, sorry. And dude, it took us hours to get that done because like we were so underleveled, we were so underpowered. It was terrible. I did good for the record. I didn't die that much. It was
Nice.
fun.
It really meant a lot to me because that was the first weapon at the Destiny 2 premiere in LA last year where they displayed them for Destiny. That was the first weapons that you
Yeah.
ever saw. I gravitated right to that one and literally had like my nose up against the glass, just soaking up every little detail. And I thought it was going to be an extended clip because that's how they displayed it, but I think it was just the clip hanging out of it, But what a beautiful gun aesthetically.
Yeah, for real. me with Thorn when you first showed Thorn for D1. I was like, I want that gun.
Yes.
Gun. I don't care what it does. It's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. So how's so everyone except Jay and Cobb are going FWC then?
Yep. Better believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta finish
out
that. I gotta finish the
the
sunshot.
emo. Gotta get that emo done.
I got my sunshot already. So
I wonder if they're gonna bring. You know how they were gonna put the faction emotes in those bundles and then they took them out because of the controversy. Like,
yeah,
I wonder if they're gonna bring them back in some capacity. What do you guys think?
I don't know.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
not-
No idea.
Probably not this week. Probably last week, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
They don't want to.
That fighting lion ornament was pretty sexy though.
Yeah, they took that out too because
Yeah.
there was a glitch with it where people bought it and then it just disappeared on them. So they're either they
Ooh.
just fixed that or they're still fixing it. There was
Yeah, the
some
patch
hot
today
fixes
was
out,
for
so
that.
I'm
Are you
not sure
saying
yet.
that Bungie was lion?
Sorry,
I told you there could be some fun. No.
See what
Zinger.
you did there.
All right, so I also want to go over this Gamer Rant article. There's actually a lot to talk about in here, and you know how it is. Like they show E3, they do their thing. Gambit was awesome. Plenty to look forward to there, and at Guardian Con, which we're gonna get to play. We'll talk about that later. And but this Gamer Rant article, and like they usually do after a big press release, there's usually these other third-party sites like Game Informer or whatever that, and you start delving into a little bit more finite details. So this one, they had quite a few, and the articles. It's from Gamer Rant, 12 game-changing details about Forsaken, and number one, they made it a point. There's Cade is dead, like perma-dead. He's done. Like they killed his ghost. They killed him. He ain't coming back. No Cade 7. Deal with it. All right. Too bad. So sad. I hate it.
Man, I made a post about Cade 7. I just said he's coming back as Cade. Oh God, you thought I'd
You
like
got lit
Salt,
up,
bro.
yeah.
The salt.
Oh, dude, it was
All the lore.
trigger times 1,000. Like,
all the lore gods. Just came
oh,
on.
dude.
Brain hell on
Don't you
them.
know, man, that when your ghost dies and blah 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 and it goes and this and that. Jesus, yeah. It was one word, bro.
You ain't no real Destiny player, boy. Don't you know nothing about ghosts and when they die? Come on. Hey, what kind of person are you? No.
It feels like it's Nintendo murdering Mario. You know, I feel like
that's
in
actually a really
some
good
way, shape,
comparison.
or form, he'll be back as something. Like I made a joke in a post and said he was gonna come back as a Roomba vacuum, like wisecracking around the tower. And like that triggered some people too. But
That'd be awesome, dude.
Little. You take this with a grain of salt. I don't know, but Nathan Fillion, the voice actor of Cade, supposedly unfollowed Bungie on Twitter, and Bungie unfollowed him. So
ooh,
Right.
So do we have a
haven't-
Dinklebot thing going on?
I
maybe?
haven't seen anything official on that, but what I have heard is that I guess people that played the E3 build were like people in voice acting or something said that like definitively the build they played it sounded like Nolan North's best impersonation of Cade.
God.
Like I'm thinking that maybe
I
his
still don't
contract
like
was
him
up.
as the
or-
ghost. Still,
There's some background noise. Sorry, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Is that on you, Jay?
no,
That's me.
Oh, whoops. So, but it was no, like I think maybe either his contract was up or maybe he just was too busy filming other TV shows, which does happen a lot.
yeah.
So I mean,
If he unfollowed, it sounds like he was offended by them or something. Maybe they lowballed him on a contract, or
Maybe.
something.
I
He
don't know.
got pissed
Well,
off.
I mean, the whole thing with K6 dying, there was, like I mentioned before, there was leaked, and I found audio footage on YouTube. It's up there. There's leaked audio footage of even before, like
Oh yeah, months
Virus
ago they
came
had that. People were
Yeah.
talking about him being dead in the tower.
yeah, like Lakshmi. I think Lakshmi and Zavala mentioned, or no,
Zavala.
yeah,
Oh,
Zavala
Zavala.
yeah,
mentioned Kate's death and how we got to deal with it, whatever. So, and like Witcher were called foreseeing this happening or foreseeing his arrival, his
I know they
departure
said
from
they
the
saw
tower.
the Red War coming too. Apparently they have that future seeing device. I'm like, I want to.
Well, it's not past War Cult. I mean,
Yeah. He's got all the puns tonight, man. That's what I'm talking about. So
tonight it's every night, unfortunately.
yeah, there you go.
He'd be here all night.
Well, there's a lot of Punder lords in the community, so
Underlords, I like it.
Thunder
yeah.
Lords,
Punisher,
nice.
yeah,
Punslingers. I call them punslingers.
punslingers.
Punslingers, nice.
So the second thing on here is the campaign has a non-linear mission structure. So we have these 8 barons that we're supposed to track down and kill and get revenge and stuff. And Steve Cotton says it actually plays a little bit differently. You go on a hunt and you get to choose the way you're doing it, who you're going after, and in what order. And then Scott Taylor says on top of just Aldrin, we saw him pull the trigger, but there's these characters, the barons, that help him. And when the game comes out, you're going to see how they're involved. And you're gonna hate them just as much, if not more, than Aldrin. So that's a pretty interesting take. I mean, what do y'all think about that and the non-linear piece of it?
I'm still gonna hate them the most.
Yeah, for the record, I'm hating Aldrin the most. I don't care. I ain't like D1. Non-linear mission sounds pretty cool. It's kind of like I hate to compare it to Skyrim, but it's kind of like Skyrim-ish. You could do missions at your own pace, go somewhere else. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I like it. Anything fresh and new. Like, I just been begging for that, man. Like, take us to Neptune fighting some thing with 3 heads and, like, switch it up. I love the Fallen and Hive and all that as much as the next, but come on, man. Like, you can't just throw ice on its back and it's a whole new race. No, it's not. You put ice on its back.
Well, it's on this article. I read a different article. I forgot from where, though. These Fallen are actually dead. They've been risen from the dead, like zombies.
Yeah, reanimated.
Fallen.
Yeah, what are they called? There's a name for them already.
Scorn.
Scorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the character that resurrected him is called the I forget, like the Tempest or whatever the hell he's called. Anyway, it's the one with the lightning staff. And
wait, are they called the Gotten? It's like they
skin
the word like
that's pretty
Gotten
by Schmorix. The Gotten.
The Gotten King.
The Gotten Prince.
Yeah.
Orix's second cousin's best friend is pissed.
Got. That's hilarious, man.
So wait, that guy with the that's the priest?
The guy that has the like Mad Max looking helmet and the lightning staff. I guess
almost threw him.
He's the one. They had a name for him. I forget the name, but he was the one. He's the one that's like resurrecting all of them, making them like fallen zombies.
I didn't know that. Okay.
But anyway, but I will say the non-linear structure, like, that is kind of cool. If you remember back in D1, the story missions you could also do out of order to an extent. So I wonder how much. There was a little bit of chatter I heard about it where it's like you can technically pick whichever one you want to go after first, but there are some that are of higher light level that will basically own your ass if you aren't ready for them. So
that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they designed it like for non-linear, but you probably have to follow a certain path, unless you want to go for a challenging route, which I'll probably do because I'm an idiot. So
it's probably a way to appease the people that were wanting to just pick any mission from the campaign at any time and go do it. So they're like, let's make the structure like that, and then hopefully they'll let us do it in Forsaken.
Just do it like Prison or something. Just walk in there. Go up to the biggest dude and punch him in the throat and be like, "Look, bitch, this is." And then, but of course, in Destiny, you try to do that, and they're just like, and you're.
And after you punch him in the throat and he dies, dismantle minds. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, dude. So Varix is supposed to come back. Varix is supposed to come back, but they haven't said like what capacity. All they said was like in a way you might not expect. And if y'all follow Ramshackle on Twitter, she was putting up something that said. Something about Varix that was pretty funny. I'll look it up. But what do y'all think he's gonna come back as?
I don't know, because he's one of those wild cards. Like, he makes weird comments like that sounds like he might be turning on us.
Yeah.
But then he's also very loyal to to the Queen or to Petra. So I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna come back as a registered sex offender. Like he's in 4 arms have been places. He's seen things. Yes, Guardian.
Wow. Yes, Guardian. Jesus.
Yeah. We've got plenty of raid nights where we've done lots of Uncle Varix voices and had some laughs about it.
Uncle Varix.
Oh, so Ramshackle. I found it. She put up this text with the new. Reef background on it, and it says "Forsaken, yes." And then Bife was replying to it. Everyone lost their shit. It was pretty funny, but I wonder if he's gonna be a vendor or if he's actually gonna be in the story, because like it wouldn't make sense for him to be a vendor. Like, we're not doing Prison of Elders anymore.
I got it. I know what.
What's up?
He
Okay.
holds the key to defeating the last boss in the mission, so we have to rescue him from somewhere.
Oh damn.
Boom!
Okay.
Called
Could
it.
be it.
All
Could be
right.
it.
Hey,
No, I
take,
have no idea.
take
I
note.
really
We're
have
gonna
no
take note and see what happens. And,
I
take
remember
bets.
last time we saw him, we gave him a very big, very important item. And Destiny, when I forgot what it was.
The
but it
Queen
was like,
cipher.
yeah, some cipher.
It's the
yeah.
thing we had to give him so he would give us the exotics in the Prison of Elders, right? It was the Queen.
Yeah.
I think it was the Queen cipher. You had to get that and give it to him, and he's like, "I'll trade you, yes." And then he gives us like the Queen Breaker's bow and all that shit. I think that's what it was.
It's a very.
There was a time
important-
gate behind that too, right on that cipher, if I remember.
Yeah, he's
Some
he's
sort of-
up to
yeah.
no good. Let's just put it.
He's
I'm
doing
not trusting
something.
him as far as I could throw him.
Yeah.
He,
Elder cipher. Elder cipher.
Maybe
Yeah,
they're
the
going to
other
bring
side.
back those weapons along with Varric's Queen's Breakers and all that.
I would love that. I love the Queen Breaker's bow.
That shotgun was nasty too.
I hate the
Yeah,
Queen
the
Breaker.
wolf,
Bring it back. Let it
wolf
burn.
something.
Lord of Wolves.
Lord of Wolves. Yeah.
Lord of Wolves. That was pretty cool.
You know, Varric's, and real quick, we'll move on here in a second. But I remember being in the tower, and you know how when you're like, or in the reef rather, and you're standing next to an NPC and they just mumble stuff randomly. Like one of the things he said is like, "Can I purchase your ghost?" And I'm like, "Get away! You can't
Wow.
do that."
He actually said something like basically stealing one from a guardian and dismantling himself. Like just open it. and see
Yeah,
what's
like
inside.
he's trying to steal our
Like,
ghost and shit. Like, dude,
Get out of here! Fuck out of here, you fucking weirdo!
Yeah, I
Go
always
away.
found him he had something up his sleeve, you know.
Yeah, he's
Always asking about our ship.
yeah.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
leave your ship now? Can I borrow it?
Even Petra made a comment like when like the Gorman car is like she doesn't trust him, but she's kind of warming up to him. Like he's I don't know. He has his own agenda.
As long as
He
we
was-
get him back to scream at us, Psylocke the Defiled.
Oh my god!
Like as long as we get that back, I'm cool. That's all I want.
I remember
You
I remember.
whatnot.
our first time doing Prison of Elders. It was like late at night. My TV was blasting. Like, oh god!
Seriously.
That's awesome.
So Gambit. Let's see. Gambit. We won't stay on this one too long. Everyone's kind of seen it at this point. We are gonna get to play it at GuardianCon, which is really cool.
Let's Gambit.
I'm sorry.
Something with
What's going on?
cards, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
best X-Men ever. Period. So I don't care what anybody says. No, but actually, Cobb. So the Gambit gameplay showed us a couple of new things. Obviously, bows,
Mm-hmm.
and then the new supers they showed off. What do you think about all that? Like, what's the main one you're digging right now?
I'm interested in playing all of it. I'm a Warlock Master Race at heart, even though I play like all of them now. But it's always, from the get go, it was Warlock. So
Even now.
so the like thermonuclear, get off me explosion looks pretty nasty.
We're gonna outro now. Sorry, you said we can't be a hunter main, so sorry we're out. No, I'm just kidding.
Bye.
Yeah, rip.
I like my Peter Pan too. It's cool.
Peter Pan.
So like
it's flying trash can, Peter Pan, and the floofer.
the floofer.
Lufer?
That's
the
what my
Warlock,
girlfriend
yeah.
says. She's a Titan. She's like, you floofing ass Warlock.
Yeah. Yeah,
Call
we
berries.
do
Sorry,
know
I
how to
can't
floof.
drink
I
it.
can say that.
I'm a floof master.
What
I call them fairies.
I can't even. No, so Cobb, you like a little bit of all the classes. I do have one of each as well. Like
Mhm.
out of the Vidoc and everything, what are out of all the 9 new supers that you saw or know about, like which one are you probably most excited about?
That's the first I've found out there's 9 new supers.
Oh.
I didn't know that. I thought like each one got one new super. And that
Well,
was it. Like to
For
class.
each element though.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That
All right, well, I'll
uses
give
the
you a
brain
chance
there.
to catch up on that.
Yeah, so I honestly I remember the hunter with the knives, and
Yep.
I remember the exploding warlock, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, the Titan can fly now, like a guided missile for the striker.
Oh yeah, he does the. I thought he already did that though.
No,
like- that's
no,
like
they
the
showed him
Super
flying
Bowl.
around, like literally
Oh,
flying.
like Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
nuts.
apparently you can fly across the entire map.
So
First
so Titan skating on a whole new level then.
That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yep.
Who knows?
Titan surfing sounds.
Yeah, getting them frequent flyer miles. You know what I'm saying?
Titan gliding.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's ridiculous.
so The Dreaming City will be a challenging, player-driven proposition where the story is built from the experience. And what they're really targeting is they're saying that if you're a person who likes to raid, great. Biggest raid we've ever done, most bosses of any raid we've ever done. But for the solo player, you can still land there and explore around it. The raid is part of it, but there are activities that go over time, public events, secrets that if you're determined enough, you can get powerful enough to go through and explore and find out. So, you know, the way they're saying is this is a destination built around the raid, that it doesn't matter if you're solo or with a team, there's raid-like secrets to do throughout. I mean, my initial take on that is that's great, because there's a lot of solo players that, like us, that I don't get a lot of time during the week to do raids. And hey, if that's a way for me to punch through and, you know, have something fun like that to do, I think that's a great step.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome. It's funny, you know, you read something, doesn't click, and you hear someone else read it, you're like, holy cow, I didn't catch that. You said over time, like stuff opened up. I'm thinking Black Spindle, or maybe like time locked weapon or gear that you can get during certain times of this season, whatever.
I bet it's Black Spindle. So many people wanted something else like Black Spindle in Destiny 2, and they haven't delivered anything like that yet. So.
It's in the game, or it's in the database.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's just a tease to get us excited. I mean, the
Probably.
catalyst.
I commented
Warcraft
on this earlier when I was
Gosh.
playing some games with Angel, but so one thing they did confirm is the return, once Forsaken comes out, the return of heroic daily story missions. And to me, that was a big bell that went off, because that's exactly how we got Black Spindle last time. You know, it was a day. If this mission popped up in the daily heroic,
everybody knew it's up.
Yeah.
Reddit.
Reddit and everybody was like, dude, it's here.
LFG. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and you have the LFG for it. It was so hard. It was literally like just as difficult.
And my friend
as raid
Slayer
content.
Age soloed it with his
He's nuts,
flame
man. That
sword.
guy's
Like,
crazy.
dude, yeah,
Crazy.
he's insane.
Crazy.
And that was at its like pinnacle when it was hard to do with 3 people.
Yeah, he's over there like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. I got a
Hold my
raise
beer,
lighter
watch this.
and a dream. Okay, hold my beer. like seriously, man, that guy's
That's
nuts.
crazy.
But yeah, daily heroic story missions. The Dreaming City destination will have plenty of
That
stuff
looks
to
so
do.
cool.
It's going to be really awesome.
Dreaming City looks amazing. I know you're excited for it because you probably want to draw a lot of stuff.
Yes, it looks really
you know,
cool.
that's a good point. You know, Cobb, whenever like this new Vidoc and all this new Forsaken stuff is dropping, I can't even imagine. It must be a level of anxiety. Like, there's so much to draw. Like, what do I do? Which one do I want to do first? Like, how do you do that?
Like, I just watch it and I'm taking like mental notes. Oh, that's badass. Ah, he looks cool. And then like after it's usually during the streams when they announce stuff, and then I'll go back. I'll take notes of when, you know, it was. So I'll go back and actually screen cap the little pieces that I wanted to draw from it. So that's how I got the one with the bow, the Warlock one I did recently.
Yeah, I saw that one.
The guy, I still don't even know who he is. You know where that piece is, but I drew that big fallen looking guy with the skull nose.
And he has like the tubes coming out the side.
Yeah. And that was off a muddy ass, like highly pixelated screen cap off like one of the videos. So I made up a bunch of stuff on him too.
Yeah.
Which sometimes you have to do.
Yeah, you gotta innovate.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. Subclass evolution, big upgrade, perk skill trees. Yeah, 9 new supers. We kind of went over that. We call them subclass paths because every subclass, you have 2 paths now. We're adding a third for all 9 supers essentially. And then I'm just reading it off the article here.
I'm so glad in Destiny 2 it didn't take like 2 weeks to rank up a super. Like, I was so happy about that.
Yeah.
Like max everything out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
maybe a little
yeah,
easier.
D1, for those that don't remember, if you didn't play Destiny 1, the leveling up, you had about 30 nodes in your subclass tree.
It was stupid.
And you had to level each circle one at a time, and it took weeks. I mean, like for an average player, it took weeks. Like, it was crazy.
You still working on your golden gun? Yeah, man.
Yeah. or Night Stalker when that came out.
Yeah, don't you have
that.
res? I haven't ranked up to res yet.
I haven't
Yeah.
gotten res yet,
Oh,
man.
LFG Nightmare, dude. It's like for the Night Stalker when that came out, the last node in the tree that you can touch is the shade step, and it's like,
Mhm.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
can't shade step, son of a man, I'm still grinding this stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they added the where you could eat motes of light to get XP, and that was the ticket. That was like,
Yes,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
so nice.
I think with Destiny 2, they kind of like saw that, and that's the bad thing. Like people complain about it, and then they saw it, they just gave us like, okay, we'll give you locked subclasses now, like
Yeah.
locked sub
Yeah.
perk trees. Now you can't customize as much, so it's kind of a negative, kind of like, well, kind of meet us in between now. Like okay, that was extreme one way, the other extreme is this way. Now meet me here, like.
Yeah,
Someone
I
we
had to build them
customize,
like
yeah.
at least 10 times because I built like 10 different characters. That's why I have
Oh.
so many hours on the game.
God, I can't. I made 3 characters and I was done. I didn't make any more characters.
I didn't make 3 till I found out you can do the raid with each character. You can get drops with each character. So that was a big influence. And because of that, I did 3 warlocks almost all of year 1. I was like that guy. So I could just pass stuff and rank them all up really fast. And year 2, I don't know if it was when I saw the Ace of Spades or whenever that, I was like, oh, I need to. I think I made the Titan first. Yeah, when I saw the hammers, I was like, all right, I got to do that. And then I felt like I was like jipping myself, not playing fully, like, because they did the specific exotics for it. So as a completionist, I had to do the hunter too. Plus, it gave me the trophy towards Platy. So
Yeah.
You know what I like about the Titan super they're adding? It's like he had a hammer and it does lots of explosions, and they're like, you know what? We'll just give you a bigger hammer, make a big explosion shockwave, and then it's
That
going to turn
runs
into a
after
fire
people.
tornado. And it's like, I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah. Bungie turned it up a lot.
It's like, here, would you like this $100 bill? Yep, sure would.
Sure would. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
No
Give me that.
hesitation, And the Warlock, hey Cobb, I know you're gonna side with me on this.
So-
The Warlock gets a freaking Kamehameha blast.
dude, yeah, that's amazing.
Just
Make me have a blast.
yeah, I'm ready
If I
for
was,
that.
if I wasn't such a
Destiny
man,
Z, Destiny Ball Z.
Yo,
I was-
man.
if I wasn't
I'm
so
already
committed
gonna
to,
be working on a machinima for that, by the way. That's gonna be a thing.
Ooh, maybe there should be a Goku Warlock crossover drawing in the future.
There you
I
go.
think we might have ourselves an arrangement, sir. Just let my people will get in touch with your people.
That's right.
AKA slide up in my DMs.
Oh,
Or no, I'll
it's
go to your
always
email
greasy.
because that's where the commissions are. Yeah.
sign
So-
his DMs, and then I'm gonna say yes. Like, just sign to my Gmail now.
Right. All right. So the last thing on this list that we're gonna go over is the weapons. Like they have. So they're they're bringing a few things as far as weapons go. They're changing the primary and energy into what they call quick slots. So you're gonna be able to run D1 loadout style or D2 loadout style or something like 3 shotguns or something like that. But they did say there are some limitations. They're gonna kind of limit it by ammo type. So if you do want to run 3 shotguns, you're gonna have to be real tactful because you're gonna run out of ammo really fast. Because even if you have a shotgun in the primary and secondary, they're gonna both use the green brick. So you're gonna have to kind of prioritize. They did say that weapon assignments will change whenever Forsaken comes out. So for instance, the Iclos shotgun that you have right now, that may end up in a primary or secondary slot. It's going to move, and there's certain other weapons that'll be reassigned as well, and they said stay tuned for that. And then there are limitations on power stuff, so like you're not going to be able to run like triple swords, which thanks for ruining my fun, but hey, one can dream, right? So there's going to be the weapon slot changes. There's going to be true random rolls. The random rolls will they will be on every weapon from Forsaken on. Any of the year 1 weapons, you will be able to infuse up to 600 light at a lofty price of materials, I'm assuming is what they said. And then but they won't have random rolls, so you have to have the Forsaken and weapons to get the random rolls. And then the last thing they're adding is an upgraded masterwork system. that's supposed to give long-term progression to our weapons. So that's kind of like a 3-layered approach that could potentially give us a whole lot of reason to stash stuff in the vault now, if that makes sense. You know, those god rolls and things that we work on so hard. So, you know, I mean, where are y'all's thoughts on like what kind of randomization? Oh, and then there's the mod system. I forgot about that. They're doing mods 2.0, which we know nothing about. So that's another layer. But yeah, like
it's crazy, man. They're it's like we're gonna customize our gun, like legit customize our gun.
That's sick.
I just don't know to what extent. Like, can we take like a Bare Devil's gun, right, with that archetype and change it to like I don't know, a first curse archetype where it's just slow hammer,
And
slow hammer.
even better devils.
Even better devil, dude. If they don't put that in the game, I'm rioting, man. Even better devils.
Even better devils.
They
like a Suros with a noob tube under it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I can hear the raging.
Oh yeah, already.
One of the Gambit weapons was this rocket launcher that had cluster bombs and tracking, which isn't currently in the game right now. So
Ooh,
that's gonna be nasty.
California. Wait,
rocket launcher?
Yeah, a Gambit.
Oh, yeah, and it's like
got tracking and cluster bombs. I was like, oh shit, that's gonna wreck.
There's like a is that the one that has a void rocket and another rocket that's solar?
No, that's an
different.
exotic.
Ooh.
That's the Twin Rabbit. That one, that's going to be a cool exotic coming out. It shoots 2 rockets at the same time that kind of like shoot out together, and one's solar, one's void. The void suppresses, and the solar does damage over time, and they shoot at the same time. So it's yeah.
That sucks. You can't chase up out of that.
I don't know if it has tracking though. I didn't catch that.
I mean, if you get hit, you're suppressed. You can't chase that.
Yo, I'm getting that
Can't hear
bow,
yourself.
son. See ya. Peace. Getting the bow, dude. The Trinity Duel.
I was watching a vid doc on one of the devs, and they said it's 100% a 2-shot in PvP.
Yeah.
But they said it's like to master that thing is going to take some time. So
It's good. The skill ceiling for that is gonna be interesting.
hopefully all the Far Cry Primal and the Horizon Zero Dawn that I've played in the past is like training.
There you go.
Erik, you're too
Sure,
quiet.
I'll
I'm
be
gonna call you out. I want you
PvP god.
to give some opinions, bro.
Well, we're going back to the ammo economy changes. So my wonder is, what happens when you pick up one green brick of ammo? How's it gonna split that green brick between your 2 gun types?
That's
that
a
you
good
might be
question.
carrying that would use that ammo? Is it gonna be like a 50-50, or is it a?
You have to pause and then select the weapon you want the ammo to go to.
Oh god.
Even more delay
oh
when
my
you're trying to
Press X for this weapon. Press.
We're gonna need you to go to
press circle
orbit
for another
first and
one.
then come back.
And that's the thing. They got a lot of balancing to do with this because like this has great potential to be amazing or just be terrible and just unbalanced.
So
it's gonna be crazy.
They also confirmed that they're gonna get rid of the hidden juggler in
Oh, yeah, right? Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank God. That's just ridiculous, man.
You know why they had that, right? You know how the conversation went?
Mm-mm.
Hey, why is everyone just using the auto rifle? Why can't they use the second gun? Oh, because
We're having too much
get
fun with
ammo.
it.
We're getting unloaded ammo. Oh, okay, let's put juggler on. Now I have to use both my weapons.
Yeah, no, the
They want to
juggler
use
needs to
like
go
both
away, man.
slots.
I mean, it was a modifier in the strikes in D1, and then they just made it an intrinsic thing for D2, like permanent across anything you do. And I was like, that's just dumb. I don't get it.
Man,
I feel like they just wanted us to use both weapon slots. And that was their way of forcing us to do that.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
me and my clan, we fabricated this Bungie employee named Frank. So every time there's some like douchebaggy thing or some kind of glitch or so, we're like,
It's Frank's fault.
Frank put that in there.
There you go.
You know what would really piss off the Guardians? You know, that guy in the meeting, you know, that's Frank. So
Damn it, Frank.
I've
there
got
you go.
just a
And
ticket
no
for
offense to
them.
any Franks out there. I love you all.
Yeah,
Just somewhere out there, the Frank and Bungie is like, damn
Rip
it,
Frank.
Oh, and
They
I
got
have a
me.
theory on Nocris too. There's a guy named Chris with a K at Bungie, and he kept trying to come up with cool bosses names, and everyone said, "No, Chris, no, Chris." No, and then they
No,
like,
Chris.
"No,
Oh,
Chris,
wow.
not
And he's like,
Chris,
Nah,
not
Chris.
that's it.
There you go.
And it's not Oryx, even though you can almost spell it with the same letters, but it's not Chris, not Oryx.
Jeez.
That was just another
No,
fun
Chris.
theory. Yeah, no, Chris.
No, Chris.
That's
Not
the
Chris.
best, man.
You'll never see his name the same now.
Nope.
Yeah. No,
Not at
yeah,
all.
you're right.
I'm gonna say no,
Damn it,
Chris.
Chris. How many times we gotta tell you?
Every Chris I know now.
Chris.
Just some.
What if that was true? That would be pretty funny.
Just
That'd be
some
hilarious.
dumb, ugly hive wizard, man. Get over it, you know? Like, jeez. No. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, Guardian Con. Lots to talk about there. Cobb, are you going?
I think I am. Yes, I have an artist table booth there, an artist alley. So yes, I will be there.
Sweet. Now,
I'm very excited about it.
You donated art last year for the DCP table, right?
Yep. Pope Bear. We ran into each other at the D2 premiere at a In-N-Out Burger. It was him, Briar, and Tefty, and then me, and can't remember who was with me. But we sat down. There was the only table available. It was right beside them, and then we got to talking. And that Pope said something about my art, and he asked if I was going to be at Guardian Con. And I said, "Well, yeah, I'm not sure about table." And he was like, "Well, don't worry about it. You're going to sit at our table." And I was like, "Oh, am I? Okay." So it was kind of a little partnership deal, which was awesome because a lot of people love those guys and they wanted to come by the booth. So it was an honor to like do it with them. But like I literally only took, or when Pope asked what I want in return, I just wanted my flight and my hotel, and I literally just took that back. But I made almost $6,000 because
Holy shit.
just for that, because it was almost 600 prints. I had to re-up like three or four times. I had to go to like Kinko's in the middle of the day to like get more.
Damn.
It was insane.
Jeez.
I imagine that's going to be alleviated a little bit this year with all the other wonderful artists in the community and their art. But yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
That's awesome, man. Yeah,
So.
I don't think I got to run into you last year, but I saw your art, and I did. Me and Jay met each other in person for the first time, and
Nice.
me and Jay are both going again this year, so we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to meet
I'm
up.
right.
There's a few official meetups that and actually, you know what? I'll get to that in a second. I wanted to just do a little plug right quick. So for those listening and those who will be listening later on YouTube and SoundCloud and stuff, Guardian Con is a gaming convention that kind of started around the Destiny community, but is now incorporated a bunch of other gaming communities, and it's all for raising money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. It's an amazing cause. I believe last year we raised about $2.5 million collectively,
it's
and
awesome.
then they're already at $1 million right now, I believe, 900,000, $1 million, and the official charity marathon has not started just yet. I think it's about to. Here in a few days or something. I'm looking up the schedule right now. And they have, I think it starts, here it is, July 5th. Okay. So July 5th, it'll start at noon. And then it goes for a whole week, all the way through 4 p.m. on July 12th. It's just a 24 hours around the clock marathon with streamers and YouTubers and content creators alike from all walks of life and the gaming industry, or gaming communities rather. And so definitely check that out. If you can donate even $1 or a Starbucks coffee's worth of money, it goes a long way. So definitely check that out. This year they have a lot of returning streamers. They also have a lot of bigger names this year. King Gathalion will start it off, and then last year Professor Broman ended it.
I think Ninja's ending it this year.
And
Ninja's
Ninja
ending
will
it.
be ending it this year. So Ninja will be in attendance at Guardian Con.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
he's gonna be
crazy.
there representing the Fortnite community, and then and that's gonna be huge. Of course, Warframe's gonna be there. Bungie will
Nice.
be there with a playable version of Gambit for the same E3 build.
Yeah, Deej and Cosmo were the only Bungie there last year. Actually, I think Dylan was there too.
They're
Was
kind of
Dylan
like
there?
secret. Yeah,
It was hiding in the back corners. And like,
it was a secret Bungie appearance. We
Yeah,
only knew we were on
they
Twitter.
were just there as guardians, as they said. But this year they will be there fully supporting.
And that's
the event.
what's really cool is like these different events when Bungie does their setups, like it's tons of Bungie employees. Just you can just walk up, pick their brains. That's how I met a lot of the Bungie people that I'm like friends with now.
That's
Joe Blackburn, he's the raid raid team lead, and he just walked up to me. I had my Rady Bunch shirt on and my falling into the darkness pad or whatever, and he was like, I like a person that's raid matching. And we just started talking, and he's like, oh yeah, I do raids, but it's like every different position, but they're helping out at the different booths and the different. So I made it a point to talk to almost all of them, ask what they did. I met a girl that all she did was the effects on the Titan bubbles. And so, yeah, take the time to like talk to the Bungie peeps. It's really cool.
That's so cool. Yeah, I can't wait to pick the brains. That's so cool.
I'm kind of hoping there's some codes floating around that I can pick up.
Yeah, Cosmo. He was
assuming
handing them out last time.
Yeah, we'll have to coordinate and see what we can get done, because that would be cool. That would actually really be cool to do for like some giveaways and stuff. So we'll definitely be on the lookout for that. And I'll definitely be going down Artist Alley, because Cobb, I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing Jake. I'll be seeing all these guys.
So much cool stuff.
Hey, do you know who all's gonna be there? Just real quick off the top of your head, like any other names you can think of?
I know my buddy Brian Monkus. He's going to be there with
Holy
the table.
crap! Okay.
Oh yeah. He's probably my single favorite artist in the.
That dude's insane, man.
Yeah, I love his style.
Who was that?
Brian Monkus.
Brian Monkus.
You would know his art when you've seen it, but he's been featured. He's done the artwork on Game Informer at least twice, I think, once or twice.
Yeah, he was one of the winners of their cover contest, and then they sent him like a frame poster, and like it was really cool. But yeah, and then Game Informer did an article on him. Like,
oh wow!
Actually, it was only like 5 or 6 months ago. Did an article on his Destiny art. That was really amazing.
I'm on the right now. Holy cow!
There's so many phenomenal like artists with. That's what I'm saying. It's if you're a kid like that, is going to Guardian Con, and you've got like $40 in your pocket. You're gonna be torn, man. You're gonna be like seeing so much cool stuff. Like, I want this and that, So it's gonna be neat, man. It's gonna be fun. So yeah.
How many?
You can draw. I'm looking at Brian's stuff right now.
How many prints are you bringing? How many prints are you starting off with this time?
That's a good question, man. I still haven't like narrowed that down. I know I'm bringing like I've got a bunch of stickers on the way of digital pieces I've done, like the recent Oryx I did, and the Cade in the Spade with his gun. I got a bunch of those stickers done. I've got some. A buddy of mine does 8-bit artwork with the little pegs,
Mm-hmm.
So I just designed one. I was pretty proud of myself. I actually designed my own Cade 6 helmet. So I'm going to have like a lot of these necklaces. He's supposed to come over tomorrow and we're going to work on them. But so I'm trying to bring a lot of different stuff besides prints. But as far as the prints, I don't know. Last year I got like 200 and they were gone in the first, like I had to go at lunch to get more prints.
Yeah,
it was just insane.
Last year you mentioned that to me or something. You're like, yeah, this is insane. I'm bringing that,
Dude, I bet you were so
people
excited.
like, I want one of these, but I'm going over here and I'll back, and then they come back and be gone. Like it was just like
that's like the best problem to have. That's like
oh yeah. So I'm gosh man, I don't know.
Dude, he's running to Kinko's like just hearing money signs. Cha-ching, cha-ching, I'm coming back. Don't worry, baby. I got you.
They do have a 24-hour Kinko's in Tampa.
Oh, shit, there you go.
I did use that.
Hey, you can get some crystals and then stop by Kinko's while you're eating that and
yeah. I love Crystal Burger, but I always forget until I take that first bite of how mushy and moist that bottom bread when you bite. So I take the bottom buns off and like put 2 tops, and like it's like bam, mini double Crystal without the soggy wet bun.
So I had Crystal once since I've been down here, right? I'll have it again. I like it, but my girl hates it. She's like, this is disgusting. I prefer White Castle. I'm like, it's good.
And their floors are always like movie theaters for some reason. Like they don't have a dude that mops at any of the Crystals I've ever been to.
It's that was my experience. I first walked down, I was like, "Sweet sticky, what's going on?"
Maybe they took all his cleaning solution, and that's what's in the bottom bun.
Oh no!
Like
there you go. That's what it is. That's what I always say. Wet moist down there on the bottom bun.
Well, all
Secret
right.
formula.
So everybody, get you some crystals when you're down there at Guardian Con, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone come say hi in Artist Alley. Like there's gonna be so many. That's gonna be the funnest place in Guardian Con. You watch that whole Artist Alley is gonna be amazing.
Dude, I can't wait. I'm so pumped for that. Like, just because, you know, for those also listening that may not know, the venue last year was a Tampa Fairgrounds, and this year it's actually at the Tampa Convention Center where they hold Comic-Con, so it's going to be huge.
Like twice the size, yeah.
Twice the
Yes,
size. They're
yes.
expecting like 8,000 plus people this year, something
so
like
exciting.
that. It's supposed to be massive. And then
Yeah.
now, as far as official meetups, I saw through Guardian Outpost, him and I don't know if he helped coordinate it or not, but I know he likes to relay a lot of information. But that token guy posted this meetup, these official meetups. There's a flyer for it, and we can, you know, if you just check his Twitter, that token guy. And there's 2 on Thursday and 2 on Friday. The first one on Thursday is from 4 to 6 at the at Fly Bar and Restaurant, and then Buffalo Wild Wings at 9 p.m. Thursday, and then Friday they have Ferg's Live, and Saturday they have Gasper's Grotto, 21 and up. Actually, both of those on Friday and Saturday, 21 and up. So if you're able to do that, you're going to see a lot of fellow Guardians out there. So it's a great way to network.
Were you there
and meet
last
people.
year at the chicken place on that Friday?
Yes. Oh my
Where
God.
we shut
It
that
was
place down.
Was
Like
it
it was
the wing
Wing
house?
House. Dude.
winging things.
Wing-
It was
Wing
like the
House.
Hooters
Wing House.
ripoff.
Wing House.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
Wing
yeah,
House.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that place
Dude.
was just packed.
So I
Like
was
people
talking-
doing lore over the mic. Like what?
I was talking to Guardian Outpost about it, right? And he was like, "We told them we need space. We need the whole restaurant, and they didn't listen to us. And now look at what we have."
They regretted it, dude. They were like, all the waitresses were like, "Oh my god."
Oh,
what
dude,
do I
there
do?"
was like
yeah, they
headless
look pissed.
chickens.
They look
they were.
pissed. Like they did not look happy at all. I was like, "Ew."
Dude, even the parking lot was loaded. I mean, and as soon as I walked up, I saw that's actually
It was
right
a
when-
mini Guardian Con in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Dude.
It was a fire hazard for sure,
So-
bro.
I drive past that every day. It's never that packed. Like even like during concerts and stuff, it's never that packed. I drove by for Guardian Con. I'll find some parking real quick. Holy, there was no parking anywhere.
They're raiding the joint. Like,
It was a raid. It was definitely a raid. I
That's
think
where
that's
the
why they
raid
went Buffalo
was.
Wild Wings this time because Ring
Yeah.
House was too small in the venue, and it was I don't know. From what it sounds like, Guardian Outpost was like they didn't want to listen. They didn't believe that it was gonna be that crazy.
yeah, that raid had more Guardians than they've ever had before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one was.
and 3 still got booted. I don't
3
know.
got yeah.
to orbit.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure after
got
that
weasel.
night there was a lot of people.
No,
that
my
got
ass
booted
went to orbit. I was like, I gotta get out of here, man. Me and Con were sitting there. Another phenomenal artist. We were sitting there and like they're talking stuff, and I was there maybe an hour and a half or something. So I left, and like it was like a sea of people. You had to like wade through to get to your car. It was insane.
It's like wherever you waved, you were touching a big time. So you were like, oh, okay, Dado.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm weaving through people. I'm like, I know you, and I know you, and then, oh, dude, you're cool. Fuck, I gotta go. I'm tired. I gotta get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
That's
was a lot
really
of fun.
cool. That's the best thing about Guardian Con. Like, if anyone out there loves Destiny and they can make it to Guardian Con, you really should, because there's something about being around thousands of people with the same mindset about this game. Like, that's why when I'm out in the wild at the mall and I see someone with a Destiny hat or something, I just gravitate over to, hey, what's up, man? And it's always like this really cool. And then it's always, I'm PS4, oh, I'm Xbox. Oh, well, cool anyway, see ya.
Yeah. See
But
you, dude.
it's just, it's so cool because everybody there loves Destiny. You can talk about any weapon, any gun, any strike, any ray, any content from the game, and they know what you're talking about. Like it's really like special kind of. This year I don't know what to expect because it is more than Destiny this year, but I know last year the cosplay is phenomenal. Wait till you see the cosplay some of these people walk around in.
Yeah.
Man.
Last year they had like I think it was a Cade 6 and a Lord Shaxx cosplay people walking by. The Cade 6 was awesome. He had like inside his helmet with for his eyes. It was so cool.
Yeah,
They
that
also
was
had a
pretty
Trials of Osiris Titan.
Titan,
And, dude, that one was badass.
I think that Titan was there the first year, like during Destiny.
Yeah. It was the
I don't
same
know,
one.
There's something to be said about someone that can pull off some awesome cosplay and not have BHS, which I diagnose on some of those cosplayers as big head syndrome. You get like you know, this Cade with a pumpkin head.
Oh,
Yeah. Like,
I
this is
mean,
the
it's
best
cool.
cosplay
I
ever.
appreciate, and it is amazing, but man, you really got to reevaluate those proportions. You know, you see him like walking around like, yeah, but
Just wobbling.
Yeah.
but
So
I mean,
heavy.
some amazing cosplayers out there.
For sure.
Shout out.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, me and Jay are gonna be there. It is the 13th and 14th, is it? I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell me,
13th
quick
and
question.
14th.
I'll be there since the 11th. So
Are you going after party at all? Like, I know you're hanging out with. You're gonna room with some people.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get there Thursday the 12th, and then is I think Friday. We'll have to coordinate. Friday I'll be good. I'm flying out Sunday morning, so I can't go. I can't put myself in orbit after Friday night, so
Yeah.
I can't boot
'Cause, like,
myself. You know.
I don't know if you know this, but I think everyone in the Airbnb you're renting or not is not gonna be 21 or older. So can't.
No,
drink
that's.
alcohol.
I mean, that's fine.
No.
They can play Destiny while I'm out having a drink with Cade.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
No, it is what it is.
Cade and his chicken.
We'll,
Yeah.
we'll get them apple juice. It's fine.
Yeah, apple
If
juice.
anyone
Ice
can hop
cream.
over to St. Pete's, my best friend lives in St. Pete, so I got to go see him. But the Salvador Dali Museum, phenomenal. It's like
Yeah, it's pretty
life changing. If you're into art or any of that, he's one of my most favorite like surreal painters in the world. Like even when I was real little, you know. So
I've been there. It's pretty cool.
side note, another cool thing while you're at GuardianCon.
A lot of cool stuff in around Tampa area you can go to.
A lot of swamp ass if you like swamp ass.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
humid.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. That's something about the Wing House. What were their AC last year? It was just like, it was.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It was
so humid
brutal.
in there.
It was a little bacon bitty in there.
Well, it was in August too. Like we're a month earlier than last year, which
even
I mean
hotter,
it's still
probably.
summertime, but August
be
it
hotter.
was in the middle of August last year, which is just like, yeah, like Cobb said, just like swamp ass central, dude. It was
Swamp ass.
It
Yes, it
was-
was. It
with
Yeah,
a
your
s-
swamp ass had swamp ass.
yeah,
Like, it was.
not
with
being
a
a jerk.
side of chafe.
Not being a jerk. If you, I'm of full advice. If this is your first time coming to GuardianCon, first time in Florida, deodorant for sure. You
Public
get-
service announcement: wear
Yeah.
deodorant. Jesus.
Yes, yes. No, and I'm not being a jerk. It's just because like
Hey.
I know where you might live somewhere else and it's not humid and you might not need it.
Hey,
But in
Get you
Florida,
some.
you're-
Get you some of the Terry Crews Old Spice. Like get your Terry Crews on. You know, and I got another me for emotional support.
I'm gonna bring like spare deodorants to sell at GuardianCon.
Dude, you should. You make
Be
so
like
much
a hot
money.
commodity.
Get the like $3 airport ones and just be handing them out for like $5
Sit
a
and carve
piece.
tricorns on the tips of them.
Yeah,
Official Destiny deodorant.
Destiny by
No.
Old Spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Even though
old.
you stink at the game, you won't in real life.
Yeah. That's the
great.
best. Yeah, please, for love of God, people, put some deodorant on and wash your hands, because my God.
Yes, wash
Lots
your
of fist bumping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wash
fist
your
bumps.
hands.
Hey, yeah, we need to get that going.
That's at any con. I mean,
Yeah.
just because that's
Yeah,
because
fist
people,
bump, light
I'm
bro
just gonna get a
hug,
big
but,
glittery
you know,
Michael Jackson, and like try to shake people's hands with
I'm
it.
just gonna
We'll
get
get
some
attention with
really
that.
thick mechanic gloves, to where like just
Where they're like this big around, like the old Deadpool gloves on the old comics.
Were you trying to cosplay and the gloves was all you had? I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Yes.
Big glove syndrome.
Elbow bump.
Elbow bump, yeah. Ballistic Kitty, yeah. Ballistic Betty. She's like elbow bump. Bow. Let's do it. And then you're gonna be in the bathroom. Someone's just really washing their elbow. Like, what do you?
Oh God.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, hand sanitizer will be at my booth in some form or fashion.
What is that?
Gotcha.
The geek chick. Last year, the geek chick put a thing on Twitter that had this hand sanitizer, but the name of like the brand name of it was "You probably touched your genitals hand sanitizer."
Genitals, yeah. They have that at like Spencer Gifts and
Yeah.
novelty type stores.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
the best.
that's one of them that hangs with them. I wanted to buy them because they were hilarious, but one of them said, "I just shit in the woods." Like that was
Yeah.
Had some dude like walking out from behind the tree,
That's great.
Yeah,
Nice, man.
there was like 4 of them. I can only remember the 2, the one you mentioned in that one.
Yeah.
So.
That's funny.
Well, I think that's all we have time for this evening, everybody. This has been really fun. Cobb, thanks for coming on, man. It's been a
Thanks for
blast.
having me. Man.
Yeah.
Anytime, dude. Just hit me up.
So one more
Yeah,
time, where can people find you, and how can they get a hold of you for commissions?
Well, all my socials are KobOneArt, KobOneArt, all together. Instagram, if you want to see a lot of my artwork, that probably contains the most. I have a YouTube channel, which I need more subscribers.
There you go.
Plug.
Sub.
Yeah, and that's KobOneArt also. And all of my Twitch streams, I just time lapse them, and then I upload to my YouTube. So if you ever just want to see a 2-hour stream in a minute, you can check out my YouTube. But Twitch, I stream Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays around 8 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, you can look me up on the Googler.
Twitch.tv/KobOneArt.
Yep, twitch.tv/KobOneArt. Exactly. KobOneArt at Gmail for any commissions, business, interest, anything.
And so, commissions are open.
They are always open.
Always open.
It might be a little bit before I can get to it, but I will not turn it down unless it's really, really ridiculous.
I want Kay doing a backflip over Aldrin.
While killing Aldrin.
While eating a banana.
And doing a super.
Yeah, with 6 Gallahorns draped off his cape.
Now you got to do it.
Now
you got to do it.
While flipping off the queen.
Yeah. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to like manifest this image now somehow, like just a crazy over the top.
What if he's like, what? Okay, I got one for you. Here's a concept. So it's Cade 6. He's standing up, riding like you would on a horse, but it's Colonel the chicken, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got one hand, he's riding him, and he's got his golden gun, and he's like shooting Aldrin in the face while riding the chicken.
Nice. That's perfect.
Great. I want that on my back.
Yeah, back tattoo.
I have a really good friend who lives in Tucson. I go see him a couple times a year usually. His name's Clinton Felker. You may have seen his work. I've been like retweeting it a lot on Twitter. He's one of my inspirations. Like he's phenomenal at digital painting. Like he can like fart and all of a sudden like he's got this amazing like I shit you not, it's amazing. But anyways, he did this one. You might have seen it. It's Cade with dual ace of holding out, and the chickens are coming out with the guns all on them.
So epic.
Yeah, he's amazing, man. He's every time I go see him, I'm just sitting in his like little art room and watch him digitally. You know, it's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So
y'all can find Cobb at all those places, and make sure you check him out. Make sure you go hit up his commissions and sub to his YouTube. Eric, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Erik_Digital_.
Jay?
You can find me at twitch.tv/CrayZJaye or on Twitter at CrayZJaye, CrayZJaye.
Miss Angel?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel_0 and on twitch.tv/Angel0.
And I am the Helmet Fire. You can follow me on Twitter at the Helmet Fire. Same thing on YouTube if you search the Helmet Fire. I do Destiny montages and videos, just random projects on occasion. So if you want to follow my YouTube, you can see it there. I am working on other machinimas to be released in the near future. So make sure to check that out. And for everything on Travelers, you can follow us on Twitter at TravelersPC. You can catch the live show on Twitch, twitch.tv/TravelersPodcast. We are also on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So make sure to check us out. Drop us a review. It really helps us out. And we appreciate everyone for coming in. Thanks again, Cobb, for jumping on the show, man.
Yeah. I wanted to say something too. I forgot to even mention.
Say something. No.
Say something. So I got picked up by Topps, the trading cards, as a sketch card artist. So I'm doing Star Wars and Walking Dead. Yeah. I actually just finished. Yeah, I just finished the 34 sketch cards for the Star Wars Finest series, which will be out in October. I can't show anything until October, but yeah, dude, my art will be randomly inserted in packs and go all over the world.
Wow, man, congrats.
Awesome. So I'm taking like the least amounts I can because they seem to be coming like every couple weeks. But I'm doing Star Wars Finest, Walking Dead Hunters, which is going to be just nothing but zombies, I think, and And then I got another Star Wars Galaxy. I got to do more Star Wars. So yeah, I'm going to issue once they are out in the wild, I'm going to issue a scavenger hunt to any of my followers that like is the first to contact me and pulls one of my cards. I'll give them a free commission, anything they want.
Oh wow,
Dang, man,
I think that'll be really cool.
Man.
But like I said, that's a ways off. I think October's the first batch. So yeah.
That's cool,
that's
man.
pretty cool.
Hell yeah,
Congrats.
I'll be looking out for that. I'm always into Star Wars, and who doesn't love zombies, right?
Yes. Yes.
Nice, man.
So yeah.
Well, all right, guys, this has been episode 8 of Travelers Podcast. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks again to our special guests, and we will see you all next time on Travelers.